Jerez de la Frontera is a Spanish city and municipality in the province of Cádiz in the autonomous community of Andalusia in southwestern Spain, situated midway between the Atlantic Ocean and the Cádiz Mountains. As of 2015, the city, the largest in the province, had 212,876 inhabitants. It is the fifth largest in Andalusia. It has become the transportation and communications hub of the province, surpassing even Cádiz, the provincial capital, in economic activity. Jerez de la Frontera is also, in terms of land area, the largest municipality in the province, and its sprawling outlying areas are a fertile zone for agriculture. There are also many cattle ranches and horse breeding operations, as well as a world-renowned wine industry. Currently, Jerez, with 212,876 inhabitants, is the 25th largest city in Spain, the 5th in Andalusia and 1st in the province of Cádiz. It belongs to the Municipal Association of the Bay of Cádiz, the 3rd largest Andalusian metropolitan area and the 12th in Spain, with over 650,000 inhabitants. Its municipality covers an area of 1,188.14 square kilometers and includes the Los Alcornocales Natural Park and the Sierra de Jerezplataforma, also known as Montes de Propio de Jerez. The city is located 12 kilometers from the Atlantic Ocean, in the Campina de Jerez region appropriate to cultivate the vineyards that produce the famous sherry. Some famous places into the city are Alcazar of Jerez, Church of San Miguel, Charterhouse of Jerez, the Cathedral of San Salvador. Since 1987, the Grand Prix motorcycle racing has been held at the Circuito de Jerez in early May. On this weekend, the city welcomes tens of thousands of bikers from around the world. The same circuit has hosted several Formula One Grand Prix, including the 1997 final race of the season, which was marred with controversy for a notable high-profile championship-deciding incident. Other popular festivals in the city are Feria de Jerez of the Holy Week in Jerez. Jerez is known as the city of flamenco, sherry, horses and motorcycles. In 2013, Jerez was the European capital of wine, and 2014, it was the world's first motorbike capital. Toponym. The name Jerez goes back to the Phoenicians era. Sears, later Romanized under the name of Serit. The location of this settlement, however, remains unknown. The classical Latin name of Astaregia, unrelated to the present name, referred to an ancient city now found within Masis de Asta, a rural district approximately 11 kilometers from the center of Jerez. The current Castilian name came by way of the Arabic name Sherish. In former times, during the Muslim occupation of Iberia, it was called Jerez. The name of the famous fortified wine, sherry, which originated here, represents an adaptation of the city's Arabic name, Sherish. Frontera refers to a Spanish frontier, located on the border between the Moorish and Christian regions of Spain during that period. A regular host of skirmishes and clashes between the two regions. Over 2 centuries later, after the Castilian conquest of Granada in 1492, Jerez definitively lost its status as a frontier city, but did not lose that designation. After the Kingdom of Castile took Jerez on October 9, 1264, following the name given by the Muslims to the city in the period known as the Reconquista, the city was then called Jerez in medieval Castilian, transcribing the consonant with the letter X, as was the rule at the time. In the 16th century, the consonant changed into the consonant X, with the corresponding spelling of Jerez. The old spelling, Jerez, as the name given to the city, survived in several foreign languages until very recently. and today continues to influence the name given to sherry, Portuguese Jerez, Catalan Jerez, English sherry, French activity.Jerez. The city's main football team continues to use the old spelling, Jerez. History. Prehistory and ancient history. Traces of human presence in the area date from the Upper Neolithic, and humans have inhabited Jerez de la Frontera since at least the Copper and Neolithic age, but the identity of the first natives remains unclear. The first major protehistoric settlement in the area is attributed to the Tartessians. Jerez later became a Roman city under the name of Astaregia. Middle Ages. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, the Vandals and the Visigoths ruled it until the Arabs conquered the area in 711. In the 11th century it briefly became the seat of an independent taifa. Some years later, Abdul ibn Muhammad united it with Arcos and ruled both. In 1053 it was annexed to Seville. From 1145 to 1147 the region of Arcos and Jerez briefly operated as an emirate under dependency of Granada, led by Abu al-Qasim Ayyal. Later the Almohads conquered the city. In the 12th and 13th centuries Jerez underwent a period of great development, building its defense system and setting the current street layout of the old town. In 1231 the Battle of Jerez took place within the town's vicinity. Christian troops under the command of Alvaro Pérez de Castro, lord of the House of Castro and grandson of Alfonso VII, King of Castile and Leon, defeated the troops of the Emir Ibn Hud, despite the numerical superiority of the latter. After a month-long siege in 1261, the city surrendered to Castile, but its Muslim population remained. It rebelled and was finally defeated in 1264. Early modern period. The discovery of America and the conquest of Granada in 1492 made Jerez one of the most prosperous cities of Andalusia through trade and through its proximity to the ports of Seville and Cadiz. Despite the social, economic and political decadence that occurred in the 17th century, towards the end of the Habsburg rule, the city managed to maintain a reasonable pace of development, becoming world famous for its wine industry. Late modern period. Government. Municipal government. The city of Jerez is governed by the Ayuntamiento of Jerez, whose representatives, as in other towns in Spain, are elected every 4 years by universal suffrage for all citizens older than 18 years of age. The body is chaired by the mayor of Jerez. Currently, the mayor is Maria del Carmen Sanchez Diaz, known as Mamen Sanchez, member of Spanish Socialist Workers' Party, who won the municipal election in 2015 by the aid of Ganimos Jerez and IULVCA. Mayor's list of mayors of Jerez since the early 20th century to the present. Economy. The economy of Jerez has traditionally been centered on the wine industry, with exports of sherry worldwide. Because it lacks the civil service that other cities enjoy, Jerez has based its economy on industry. The cultivation of fruits, grains, and vegetables and horse and cattle husbandry has also been important to the local economy. It is the home base for the Spanish military stud farm, the Yeguada Militar de Jerez de la Frontera. After the wine crisis in the 1990s, the city is now seeking to expand its industrial base. Tourism has been successfully promoted. The city's strong identity as a center for wine, flamenco, and horses, its popular festivals, motage hosting and its historical heritage have contributed to this success. The city is the home of Jerez Airport and has also been positioning itself as a logistics hub for Western Andalusia. Through the integration between the airport, the rail system and nearby ports, Geography. Climate. Jerez de la Frontera and the rest of the Cádiz metropolitan area has a subtropical Mediterranean climate with oceanic influences, characterized by very mild and wet winters and long, warm to hot and dry summers. The average annual temperature is 24.4 degrees Celsius during the day and 11.9 degrees Celsius at night. The average annual precipitation is 570 millimeters per year, concentrated in the months of October through April. December is the wettest month with 109 millimeters. The city averages 53 rainy days, 137 clear days and 2,965 hours of sunshine a year. Main sites. Religious sites. The Cathedral, Church of San Miguel. It is in Gothic Baroque style. Church of San Mateo, in Gothic style, the oldest in the city. The Charterhouse, Church of Santiago, dating back to Alfonso X of Castile's times. Church of San Juan de los Caballeros, created after Alfonso X's conquest of the city in 1264. Church of San Marcos, Church of San Dionisio, built around 1457. Church of San Lucas, built over an old mosque. Church of San Francisco, where are the rest of the Queen Blanca de Bourbon. Church of San Pedro, Chapel of San Juan de Letrán. Calvary Chapel, Chapel of los Desamparados. Convent of San Jose, Convent of Santa Maria de Gracia. Convento of Espiritu Santo, Hermitage of San Isidro Labrador, Hermitage of San Telmo, Church of Santo Domingo, Church of los Descalzos, Convent of las Reparadoras, Church of La Victoria, Hermitage of Lorena, Basilica del Carmen de Jerez. Palaces and Manors. Palacio Duque de Abrantes, Palacio de Bertamartí, Palacio de Riquelme, Palacio de Camporiel, Palacio de Riquelme, Palace of Marqués de Montana, Palacio de Villa, Palacio de Luna, Palacio de Villapanas, Palacio Pemartin, Palacio de Villavicencio, Casa Petra de la Riva, Casa Palacio de la Caldelas, número 20, Palacio San Blas, Palacio del Marqués de Villamarta, Palacio del Conde los Andes, Palacio de Mirabal, Casa Palacio de los Ponce de León, Palacio del Barón de Alga del Campo, Palacio de los Condes de Puerto Hermoso, Palacio de los Condes de Monteagudo, Casa de los Becertu. Museums. Archaeological Museum, Bullfighting Museum, Nativity Scene Museum, Museos de la Atelier, Pinacoteca Rivero, Museo del Traje Andaluz, Museo de Tecnología Agraria Antonio Cabral, Museo del Enganche. Other monuments. Old City Hall of Jerez de la Frontera, built in 1575. Alcazar of Jerez de la Frontera, a Moorish fortress, dating to the 11th century. Zoo and Botanical Garden of Jerez. Villamarta Theatre, Gallo Azul, built in 1927. Walls of Jerez de la Frontera. Main factories. González Bias, Domecq, Grupo Esteves, Grupo Garvey, Williams and Amp Humbert. Bodegas de Pilar PLA, Bodegas Tradition, Sanchez Ramate, Bodegas Lustau. Other infrastructure. Crocodile Farm Caribe, unique in Spain. Circuit of Jerez, Jerez Airport, Fair Institution of Cádiz, Chapin Stadium, Walk of Fame Jerez de la Frontera, Military Stud of de Jerez de la Frontera, Jerez Bullring, Roundabout of Minotaur, Playground, Children's City, Water Tower of Jerez, Old Fish Market, Sala Campaña, Centro Andaluz de Flamenco, Zoco de Artesanía de Jerez, Children's Traffic Park. Culture. Wine. Jerez is known as the world capital of sherry wine. Sherry is a fortified wine made from white grapes that are grown near the town of Jerez. Jerez has been a center of viniculture since winemaking was introduced to Spain by the Phoenicians in 1100 BC. The practice was carried on by the Romans when they took control of Iberia around 200 BC. The Moors conquered the region in AD 711 and introduced distillation, which led to the development of brandy and fortified wine. Sherry became very popular in Great Britain, because sherry was a major wine export to the United Kingdom. Many English companies and styles developed. Many of the Jerez cellars were founded by British families. The city has many bodegas, many of which are of British origin. The most important are González-Byass. González-Byass is one of Spain's most well-known sherry bodegas. Its origins can be traced to 1835, when it was founded by Manuel María González Angel, who was subsequently joined by his English agent, Robert Blake Byass. The firm produces the Fino Sherry Tio Pepe. According to the Guinness World Records, the world's largest weather vane is located in González-Byass Winery in Jerez, Spain. Williams and Amp Humbert. It's a winery located in Jerez de la Frontera dedicated to the production of sherry wines and brandies and others liqueurs. It was founded in 1877 by Sir Alexander Williams and Arthur Humbert. Grupo Garvey. Grupo Garvey was founded in 1780 by William Garvey Power. Currently it's considered one of the most important companies of wine, brandy and liqueurs. Grupo Estevez. Estevez Group owns the prestigious wineries Marqués del Real Tesoro and Valdespino, one of the oldest in the area. Domecq. Domecq is a winemaking company founded by Álvaro Domecq Diez's father. It's located in Jerez de la Frontera. Brandy de Jerez is a brandy that is produced only in the Jerez area of Andalusia, Spain. Enotourism is a quite new kind of tourism that looks for places where wines and distilled beverages are produced. Recently the route of sherry wine and brandy de Jerez has been established. Also, brandy de Jerez is being used in Spanish cuisine in recent years, especially with meats. Carthusian breed of horses. Jerez is the original home of the Carthusian substrain of the Andalusian horse breed, known as the Caballo Carthusiano in Spain. In the latter 1400s, the Carthusian monks began breeding horses on lands donated by Álvaro Obertos de Valletu for construction of the Charterhouse of Jerez de la Frontera. When the Spanish crown decreed that Spanish horse breeders should breed their Andalusian stock with Neapolitan and Central European stock, the monks refused to comply, and continued to select the best specimens to develop their own jealously guarded bloodline for almost 400 years. Jerez is the home of the Royal Andalusian School of Equestrian Art, a riding school comparable to the famous Spanish riding school of Vienna. Another famous equine institution headquartered in Jerez is the Yeguada Militar de Jerez de la Frontera, the Spanish military stud farm dedicated to the breeding of purebred Andalusian and Arabian horses. Founded in 1847, it became the official stud farm of the Spanish military in 1893. The 2002 FEI World Equestrian Games were held in Jerez at the Estadio Municipal de Chapin, which was remodeled for the event, from September 10 to September 22, 2002. This was the fourth edition of the Games, which are held every 4 years and run by the FEI. Flamenco Jerez, the city where flamenco singing began, is also proud of its Andalusian center of flamenco. It was founded in 1993 to safeguard and promote the values and standards of flamenco. It is devoted to the investigation, recovery, and collection of flamenco-related historical documents, whether they are in audio, visual, or journalistic form. It also has a collection of flamenco artifacts, including musical instruments, costumes, promotional posters, sheet music, and postcards. The center operates a museum and library to help educate the public and serve as a resource for scholars. Its origins date back to the 18th century, and it is currently considered an intangible cultural heritage by UNESCO. Many of the most famous personalities of the city are involved in the performance of flamenco, including La Paquera de Jerez, Lola Flores and José Mercé. Festival. Since 1987, the Grand Prix motorcycle racing has been held at the Circuito de Jerez in early May. Thousands of motorbikers from around the world come to the city this week to watch the motage race disputed in Jerez annually. The race is disputed in this Andalusian city, being one of the most watched races in Europe. Another popular festival is the Feria del Caballo, one of the most famous Spanish fairs, and the most important fair in the province of Cádiz. It is celebrated annually in the Park González Hontoria for 1 week in May, occurring always after the Spanish motorcycle Grand Prix. All booths at the fair are open to the public, so that attendees may walk into any one of them and enjoy the food, drinks, and dancing. This is one of the main features that differentiates the Feria de Jerez from the rest of the Andalusian fairs, such as the Seville Fair, where most of the casetas are private and only card-holding members are allowed in. Holy Week in Jerez, as in other cities in Andalusia, commemorates the Passion of Jesus Christ. It is celebrated by Catholic religious brotherhoods and fraternities that perform penance processions on the streets during the last week of Lent, the week immediately before Easter. During the Christmas season, from the end of November to the end of December, many Pinas celebrate the holidays with public festivals where anyone can go to drink, eat, dance and sing Christmas carols, accompanied by friction drums called zamboma. There are also Flamenco Festival de Jerez, Carnival of Jerez, Fiestas de la Vendimia. Other institutions. The old quarter of Jerez, dating from medieval times, has been named an artistic historic complex. The Easter week celebrations in Jerez are of national touristic interest, and its remarkable horse fair in May is an event of international touristic interest. The Andalusian Flamenco Center is located in the Pemartin Palace and offers a library, displays, video films and live demonstrations of the art of flamenco dancing. Sport. Circuito de Jerez. The city of Jerez is the first motorcycling world capital. Jerez is the site of Circuito de Jerez, formerly called the Circuito Permanente de Jerez, where the annual motorcycle Grand Prix is contested. The race course is a prime destination for Formula One teams who wish to perform off-season testing, and hosted the Spanish Formula One Grand Prix between 1986 and 1990 before the race moved permanently to the Catalunya circuit near Barcelona. Jerez also hosted the European Grand Prix in 1994 and the controversial race in 1997. Complejo Municipal de Chapán. The Complejo Municipal de Chapán is a complex of sports facilities that includes a football stadium and field, a baseball field, equestrian facilities and a sports hall, as well as a futsal field and basketball and volleyball courts. The Estadio Municipal de Chapán, a multi-purpose stadium, was built in 1988 and seats 20,523 spectators. In 2002 the stadium was remodeled to hold the 2002 FEI World Equestrian Games. The whole grandstand was covered with the roof, and a hotel and spa gym were added. It was historic historically the home of Jerez CD, the city's club founded in 1947 and known simply as Jerez, which played in the top division in the 2009-2010 season. Currently, the stadium is the home of Jerezplataforma FC, founded in 2013 to replace the old Jerez club. The stadium, which has a running track, was designated as an Olympic stadium. The most important track team training there is the Club Atletismo Jerezplataforma FC, which won the Spanish championships in 2001 to 2007. Canasta Unibasket Jerez and DKV Jerez of the city's basketball teams. They play in Palacio Municipal de Deportes de Chapin. Frontera Jerez, the city's baseball team, is currently without a home field and awaits completion of one in the Complejo Municipal de Chapin. The main futsal team in Jerez is Jerezplataforma FC. It was founded in 2014 and currently plays in the Jerezplataforma Sports Center and the Palacio Municipal de Deportes de Chapin in Segunda Andalusia. The most important rugby club is Club Rugby Jerez, which trains at the Pradera Hipota in Chapin. Domecq Stadium. The Domecq Stadium was the first football stadium in Jerez de la Frontera. It was the home of Jerez CD and Jerez Industrial CF before its demolition. The Stadium del Parque was built in 1923 and remodeled in 1932 by the architect Francisco Hernández Rubio. It held 20,523 and it was demolished in 1988. Juventud Stadium. Currently, the Juventud Stadium is the oldest stadium in the city. It holds 5,000 and is the home of Jerez Industrial CF, founded in 1951. The main rival of Jerez. Formerly, the football field belonged to the youth hostel which is located in the vicinity thereof, hence its name. Antonio Fernandez Marchon Stadium. It is the CD Guadalcasan Stadium, which plays in the Tercera Division. It is placed in Guadalcasan, a neighborhood northern Jerez. Other sports complexes: Complejo Deportivo de la Granja, Campo de Futbol de la Canaleja, Campo de Futbol Manuel Millan, Campo de Futbol Juan Fernández Simon, Campo de Futbol de Picaduena, Polideportivo Ruiz Mateos. Other sports. The 2014 Vuelta a España cycle race began in Jerez de la Frontera on the 23rd of August, with a 12.6 km team time trial. The race followed a 21-stage route, finishing in Santiago de Compostela on the 14th of September. Club Natación Jerez is the main swimming club in Jerez. It has won the Campeonato de España Master many times. Education. There are 76 elementary schools, 41 secondary schools, 12 adult education centers and 10 public libraries in the city of Jerez. University of Cádiz. The University of Cádiz, the provincial university, has a campus in Jerez. It specializes in socio-political studies. The city is also home to a member of the official School of Languages and a center of the National Distance Education University. Transportation. Airport. El Aeropuerto de Jerez, also known as Aeropuerto de la Para, is the main airport in the province of Cádiz. It is located 8 kilometers north of the city center and is connected to the city by train and bus. It was built in 1937, during the Spanish Civil War, by the nationalists in order to transport soldiers from Africa to Spain. The airport was open to civil traffic in 1992. It is the third most important airport in Andalusia after Malaga and Seville. Train. Jerez has had a railway line since 1854, which was one of the first in Spain. The line went between Jerez and El Puerto de Santa Maria and transported wine barrels for export. La Estación de Jerez is the station with more passengers than Cádiz and is the fourth busiest in Andalusia, next to the Aeropuerto de de Jerez. There is a new train station which connects the airport to nearby Jerez, and also to Cádiz, Sevilla, Lebrija, Utrera, El Puerto de Santa Maria, and San Fernando. The city of Jerez has 16 bus lines. L1 Esteve San Telmo Constitución. L2 Esteve Picaduenas. L3 Esteve La Plata Mosto San Juan de Dios. L4 Esteve Garcia Lorca El Altilo. L5 Esteve Campus Guadalquivir. L6 Esteve Campus La Granja. L7 Angustias La Pita Estela del Marqués. L8 Circunvalación I. L9 Circunvalación 2. L10 Canalejar Atlántico Esteve Hacienda Hospital. L12 Alcazar C. Salud San Telmo El Portal Joada Bajac. L13 Alcazar Blas Infantia Cesar. L14 Esteve Villas Est La Marquesa. L16 Casinos Hipocor Ortega y Gasset. L19 Nueva Jarilla Guadalquivir Angustias. L20 Rotonda Garcia Lorca Guadalquivir. Intercity buses from Jerez are made regular trips to the following towns. Roads. Bicycle. Jerez has 41 kilometers of bike lanes that follow the main avenues of the city. Demographics. According to official population data from INE, the municipality of Jerez had 212,876 inhabitants as of January 1, 2015. This makes Jerez the most populous city in the province, 5th in Andalusia, and 25th in Spain. Evolution of the population of Jerez de la Frontera from 1842. Fuente. INE. Population distribution. Immigration. People: Manuel Alejandro, Mercedes Chilla, Daniel Guiza, Kiko, Lola Flores, José Mercé, Alvar Núñez Cabeza de Vaca, Gerardo Núñez, Miguel Primo de Rivera, Mala Rodriguez, Luis Coloma, creator of Ratoncito Perez, José Manuel Caballero Bonald, Juan José Padilla, Rafael de Paula. International relations. Twin towns. Sister cities. Jerez de la Frontera is twinned with